That looks beautiful. So now we're going to go and fire the barbecue, but I better first check the temperature on this. Okay, our roast has been in the oven for 3 hours now, and what I'm going to do is put in a instant read thermometer, and we are reading in a perfect temperature for it because it's going to go onto the barbecue, and we're going to put some beautiful into this pork roast, and we'll get going with that right now. Okay, we're outside at the barbecue right now, and we have the pork roast, and it's about to go on. Ah, the smell is amazing, and the look is even better. This roast, when we get it seared off, is going to be beautiful. And I'm going to add a little barbecue sauce. So now we're going to give this guy a flip. One side already has some marks on it. So now we're going to get some barbecue sauce on there. And get more flavor built into it. Beautiful. We'll let that go for a little bit and do another run. Okay, she's searing away, and we're going to do a 90-degree turn to get crisscross on the meat. You can see the juice is pooling on the top here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, I think it's time for a final flip, so we're going to open it up. Lots of flames dancing around, putting some crispness along the edge. All that black that you see on top is the fat cap, and that's easily going to come off, so we're not worried about that at all. What we are going to do is give it another brush with some barbecue sauce. And we're good to go for another 5 minutes, and then it's done. Okay, we are back inside now with our beautiful pork roast. It is completely finished, and here's where some people make one of 3 very serious mistakes. The first mistake you can make is by not seasoning it enough, giving it a bland flavor. The second is by overcooking it and burning it. Now, despite the fact that it is still pretty dark along here, most of that is fat, and it's going to be cut off before I actually start cutting into the meat. So the meat underneath was protected by the fat, and it's going to be fine. The third thing that is incredibly important to make sure that the meat stays nice and juicy is that you tent it. And when I say tent it, I mean cover it with some tin foil for about 10 minutes and let it sit and rest. Because what happens is, when you take a cold piece of meat or a raw piece of meat and put it onto a grill or onto heat, it starts to tense up, and it gets really tense, and it pushes all the juices to the outside. And if you don't give it time to rest, you're going to cut into that meat. All those juices are going to pool on the bottom and come out of the meat. So if you give it time to rest and let it just relax itself inside, all those juices will go back to where they're supposed to be, and the meat will be juicy from start to finish, inside to outside. So Mr. Pork Roast is now taking a nap for about 10 minutes, where he will sit and all those juices will go where they're supposed to be. Okay, so our roast is rested now. I'm going to cut a portion of it to put away. So if we look at this now, that is a perfect pork roast. There's no pink. It's still really juicy inside, and it's gonna taste amazing. Wow.